Welcome to MeDeMAP, Mapping Media for Future Democracies. Join us on a journey across Europe. Meet specialists and researchers from various fields, unravel the democratic functions of media, and discuss its impact on the essence of democracy. MeDeMAP.
Hi, welcome to the MeDeMAP podcast. My name is Ana Oliveira and I'll be your host for this set of episodes. Today we have with us Josef Seethaler. He is one of the co-founders of the Institute for Comparative Media and Communication Studies at the Austrian Academy of Sciences and a lecturer at the Department of Communication and at the University of Vienna. And he is the coordinator of the Horizon Europe project, Mapping Media for Future Democracies. And today, Josef is going to tell us a bit more about this project, where the idea came from, and its main objectives. So thank you, Josef, for being with us. And I would like to ask you first, what is the motto behind the MeDeMAP project, and what are its primary goals?
I think that the title of the project includes the motto of the project. Mapping media for future democracies. So it's about making the media fit for the future demands on democracy in the EU member states. So, a lot of things have changed and are changing very rapidly. For example, our society consists of more and more diverse social groups than 2 or 3 decades ago. They differ not only in age, in gender and income, to mention a few of the usual socio-demographic indicators. They differ also in language and cultural background. This can mean a huge enrichment for a democratic society, but only if you are able to manage the associated challenges. So, on the other hand, the world outside is changing too, but not for the better. After a long time of peace and prosperity, there is war in Europe, unleashed by an aggressor state. Every day, Russian bombs and weapons are killing people on the battlefields and in their homes in Ukraine. The war has also an impact on the economy. While military spending is increasing, spending in many other areas is being cut back. So the economic turbulences that already exist will only get worse if we do not tackle climate change and the growing social inequalities. All of this needs a strong response from the European democracies. Unfortunately, however, in most EU countries, trust in government and democratic problem-solving mechanisms is declining. However, it is crucial for democratic institutions to be based on a high degree of trust and to act in line with input from a strong civil society in the broadest sense and in the interest of the whole population, including socially underrepresented groups. This is where the role of the media comes in. Perhaps a different role to the role we have been used for decades. And this different role has a lot to do with the various perspectives of democracy across European societies. The MeDeMAP project is concerned with these complex relationships between democracy and the media and how they can be made future-proof.
So these are really big challenges that this project aims to tackle, and that imply various different fields of expertise and knowledge. And so I can imagine that a big team is involved in the project. And I would like to ask you who is part of the consortium and how did you design it? How did you imagine this consortium that would work in this big project?
Yeah, two aspects were important when designing this consortium. On the one hand, we wanted to cover the different geopolitical parts of Europe. And on the other hand, we wanted to combine as many experiences as possible, including experience from NGOs, not only from academic institutions. And concerning these academic experiences, we wanted to bring together expertise in different research fields relevant to the project and in an exceptionally broad range of scientific methods. Also important was competence in managing and implementing collaborative research projects, nationally or internationally, particularly at the European level. Experience in the application of open sciences practices and cooperation with policymakers, regulatory authorities or media representatives were also criteria important for creating this consortium. I'm really delighted with the MeDeMAP consortium, consisting of partners from Czech Republic, Estonia, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Poland, Portugal, Slovenia, and Austria.
And so there are many countries, European countries, engaged in this project, and so I can also imagine that this will bring potential implications for the future of Europe and European research. What would be the major contributions of the project from your point of view?
Let's say in recent years, levels of interest in the news have tended to stagnate with young people and those with lower education paying even less attention. And in many countries there has been a decline in the share of those who feel well informed and an increase in those who deliberately avoid information. Newspapers had ever seen some of the biggest falls at all. So, on the other hand, all kinds of social media are increasingly used, not only by young people, but by all age groups in the meantime. Even if there is still some difference between the age groups, of course. No doubt there is a crisis of traditional media. So, using Austria as an example, and based on data from the Reuters Institute, a colleague of mine before has shown that the trust in the media among the members of various user groups is largely influenced, namely up to 40%, by their respective expectations towards the media's democratic functions. And these expectations can be attributed to different notions of democracy. More representative one, more participatory one. So it can be hypothesized that shortcomings in media supply affect trust in the media. Ultimately, trust in democracy. This does not mean that all media users are convinced Democrats looking for democratically relevant media content. No. Rather, it means that there are points of contact that would allow them to be addressed and integrated into public debate in some way. We have to know these points of contact and how to strengthen them. I don't see another way to prevent people from opting out of news and of our democratic society. And this is what MeDeMAP is about.
Thank you very much, Josef, for being here with us today. And thank you for watching and listening to us. And we'll see you on our next episode.